Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Try Barbarossa Decisive Campaigns. Now before I start, I have to stress very sincerely and very clearly that this is a beta, a pre-finished product. So, just to make that clear, this is a beta, this is not the final game. I got a key from Slitherine, thank you, and I had to say, this is a beta, so there you go. That's it, that's there, it's out there. The finished game, obviously, is not going to differ that much from this, but it probably will differ in some departments. Okay, Barbarossa Decisive Campaigns. Yet another game about the Russian front. And we're going to check it out. Let's have a look around, shall we? Here we go. Okay, so this is a hex-based war game with a little twist. With the fact that you actually have a couple of other things that happen to you during the campaign, other than the actual strategic movements and supply and all that. It also has a decisions layer, sort of role-playing element that give you reactions from your troops and your commanders specifically on how you organize things. So if you mess things up, they will tell you. Alright, so for this particular Let's Try, I think I'm gonna go with Germany, just so I don't have to change anything here. I could change it into both human players, but that would suck. Although, I could play for the Soviet Union. I can change it. That's great. I think I might do that. Also, my difficulty will be on normal. Because, you know, I'm not very good at this stuff. So let's start the game. And I believe Germany has the first turn. So let's see how that works. Alright. Setting up scenario. Germany goes first, indeed. AI initialization. So the AI, we're gonna see the AI in action. I haven't played this game yet, so this is completely blind for me. And here we go. It's executed this turn. And please start your turn. The game is in progress. Alright, we got a special pre-start turn. Battle is yet to commence. It would be wise to choose an objective. Check the report tab. Stalin decides. Or you could delegate the paperwork, ignore everything, and get on with the war. Now let's check the tab, the report tab. Report tab. Here we go. Okay. Report tab. Stalin decides. Marshal Georgy Shukov, head of staff Stavka. It's vital, Comrade Stalin, that you choose an objective. One that... Oh, I am Stalin in this game. Okay. One that must be held at all costs. We do not have sufficient resources to retain them all. But if you designate a single front, we will do everything possible to keep it in the bosom of the motherland. Leningrad, the far north, is the home of communism, the very fountain from which our party flows from. Moscow is the capital, the symbol of Soviet supremacy. Rostov in the south is a vital resource heartland of our nation. All of them are vital, comrade, but only one can be chosen. We await your command. Marshal Georgy Zhukov, Moscow. Let's make that decision. Why the hell not? Now, historically, the Russians actually put all their money on defending Moscow eventually. And Rostov was so hard to reach, even with a little bit of resistance from the Soviet forces there. It was held. Leningrad was besieged for almost 4 years, I believe, and never fell. And that has something to do with how Hitler wanted to exploit the situation. He wanted to level Leningrad as the cradle of communism, bearing the name of the greatest socialist and communist of all, obviously. So he wanted to starve the people out and not necessarily take the city by force. To just wait until they all died. And then level it. So yeah. And of course that was more difficult because also the Finns were in the game. And they didn't really... they had no interest in capturing Leningrad, as far as I know, at least. Alright, so we need to choose an objective. I'm gonna say save the capital. There we go. We're gonna do that, decide that. This is our first ever decision. Save Moscow. Orders have been issued that Moscow is to be held at any cost. There we go. Marshal Gorgisukov. That is your order, mate. So that is our order. Review the decision. Yes, perfect. Good. Alright, so how do we... Okay, that's how you click that. Alright, so let's have a look at the UI for a second. If we zoom out, there we are. We see the heart of the Soviet Union with Moscow over here. And we go way down here. Here's Odessa. And Rostov is a ways away. I'm not even sure. Let's see. Where is Rostov? It's down here somewhere. Sure. Odessa, Sebastopol is down here somewhere. Here it is. Yeah, I'm not sure where Rostov is exactly. It's probably in my view and I'm not looking at it straight. Anyway. And up here, obviously, is Leningrad. There we go. So that's what we have to deal with. Okay, so I'm just going to go over the UI before I do any movement. I'm probably not going to do anything in this particular video with regards to my first turn, as this is the pre-game turn. Okay, we've got our preferences here. And I guess I'll share metrics. I don't know if that works, but I want these people to, you know, gather some data on the first 5 turns. This you can turn this off or on. If you turn it on, you give the developer some valuable feedback without actually him knowing that it's you. So it's just completely anonymous, which is fine by me. Do I want to show divisions? Non-HQ units belonging to the same HQ will be highlighted. I like that. That's sort of like Gary Grigsby's. Minimalist counters, no. HQ power range, no. Regime coloring, it's fine. We don't need that. We have one regime. There we go. Alright, we do need the combat numbers and everything else. The music is pretty interesting. Alright. So, let's go for... we've got stats. Total troops 1.4 million. And the Germans have 1.3 million. But they're well prepared. They have lots of tanks. And we, as far as I know, don't. Let's look at the order of battle for a moment. We've got the Stavka here, which is me. And then we have 3 battle groups. Northern Front... Central Front and Southern Front. Interesting to see that they actually mirrored the Germans in that respect, who had Army Group Central, Army Group North, Army Group South against these. So there we go. I've got a whining cat here. I also heard my kids shout, so I might have to go down in a moment. But I want to finish this before I do anything else. Right, so we've got the Army HQ, we've got the Western HQ, Southwestern HQ, Southern HQ, Baltic Medical HQ, I think. Okay. Leningrad Medical HQ, 3rd Army HQ, 4th Army HQ. Okay, then you go all the way down with all the army groups, all the way to 27th Army HQ. All of these armies HQ units have commanders. For instance, if I click this one, double click, it's over here near Vilnius, and it actually has a commander that his name is Berzarin, and he's gonna ask for stuff, particularly because he's in the northern sector, and we've actually just decided that a lot of armies are going to have to pull back towards Moscow. That means that this guy is going to be in more trouble than he bargained for, because some of these units may have to obey orders and leave for the central army group at some point. Alright, we've got the divisional model. What is that? Border divisions. Oh, border divisions. These are the border troops. Okay. And they are sort of, as far as I know, the border troops are sort of the conscripts that have been pushed into the front line very rapidly, just to guard stuff. Sort of, yeah, there we go. They actually hold like critical towns and parts of Russia that need to be sort of guarded. So that's what they're doing. There we go. We've got a couple of them here as well. They're generally not put in the direct front line, but they are quite close to the front line, and they will eventually be forced to fight. You can also see the numbers here. But yeah, they're conscripts as far as I know. I could be wrong. Soviet infantry. They do have field guns. They're pretty well equipped. Go figure. What's this? Is this the morale? Morale is 60. Okay. If I were to go to motorized divisions, for instance, is that higher? No, it's actually quite. These border troops are actually pretty good. Who would have thought? Okay. Nice. Oh, I was thinking of the NKVD. Still, they're not that much better, I mean. Okay. NKVD obviously being the political troops, if I recall correctly. We have Stavka. It's me, I think. Isn't it? Yeah, that's me. Look, plus 50%, I don't know. Combat bonus for units direct on the direct command of this officer. Okay. And then we have bonuses for full staff complement and staff bonus. Okay, nice. That's how it splits up. Cool. And we have an early tank division. Oh my. Soviet T-26. Lovely. There we go. Beautiful. Soviet regulars. Oh, now we can see. If you click on them, you can see Soviet regulars. There we go. So if we were to click on the border divisions, is that... They're actually regulars. They're actually not that bad. I thought they were mostly conscripts. Then again, who knows? Okay. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. I was really... It's not how I remember it, but these border divisions... We'll see how well they do. Then we have statistics. We were looking at that earlier. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Reports. We decided stuff. There we are. This is the strategic map, obviously. And where the hell? See, Rostov is back here. I knew that. Here's Rostov. I'm not worried about not holding that. I mean, Germans have to cover a lot of ground to get there. Moscow, way more important. We can block them off here. We'd be in super good shape. We have to stop them from getting to Baku, though. That's a bit of a thing. Alright. So. Whatever. Okay, let's look at the unit cards once again. Obviously, if you have a unit of troops, if you click on it, it tells you how much troops are there. For instance, this 13th Infantry Rifle Division. They have 10,000 men with nice rounded off numbers. That's different from Gary Grigsby's, definitely. They have 50 anti-tank guns, 40 field guns, and 20 howitzers and 20 mortars. So that's a pretty good unit, all things considered. For an infantry unit, it would do really well. We should check if we can find a tank unit. Here we go. This is one of those tank units. They have 100 T-26 and 5 T-34s, just to give you that idea of the numbers here. Just take that in for a second. They have 100 really old tanks and 5 actual decent tanks. And we put that against the Germans, who have 85 Panzer IIIs, 24 Panzer IVs, and 25 Panzer IIs. Holy crap. I mean, really, this is pretty hefty. Yeah, our early tank units are not super duper, I have to say. I wonder how long that will last. Probably not very long. Okay, and then we have these little buttons down here. We can minimize the UI. Yes, we can. But I want my user interface to be visible. We have a way to hide the units so we can look at the map. That's fantastic. Oh, it's a nice little map. Look at that. You can see all nice little details, mountains and forests and whatnot. And then what does this do? Click to show NATO counters. Oh, you can also do it with NATO counters. That's way easier. And then we have these. Okay, yeah. Okay. So you can, if you prefer playing with this, you can. That's pretty cool. I'm actually not all against that, to be honest. And I'm gonna use this for the time being. I might switch to the other one at some point if I find it confusing. Okay, let's have a look at the extra hex info. What does that do? It gives us numbers. What is this number here? That is probably some sort of bonus number, or is it? What does this say? Do we know? I'm really not quite sure what that is. We'll have to figure that out. I'm thinking does something to your troops, or I don't know. Maybe it's a victory location or something. Could it be a victory location? I don't know. Here's another one. Could well be. I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll find out later. Obviously, you also have a supply layer. There we go. And everything is green-ish. That means everything, I guess, is in supply. Yep, there we go. Oh, no, wait, it's just a green underlayer. And it actually says where the supply is coming from. Whee! There's a nice little train track there. What about you? Okay. Ah, this is a supply point. That's the 10 on the map. That's inconvenient. Holy crap, that is really inconvenient. I mean, if we lose this, we lose a ton of supply. Oh my. That sucks, man. What about over here? Okay, that's supply through Riga, and then again from this point. So if we lose this, we lose a lot of supply. That's the suck, man. That's one of the first things we need to consider. If this is so important, which it looks like it is, we're going to have to protect that. North of Vladivostok, making a mental note. Apparently is a supply point. Okay, that's cool. Or are we taking it out of Germany or something? I don't know. That would be weird, wouldn't it? Do we know where their suppliers are coming from? Can we tell? They're not getting supplied. Or did we turn off the supply thing? No, it actually is supplying from this hex. Damn it! How is that fair? Okay, well, anyway. Oh, it's Timoshenko. Hello! Nice. Timoshenko is apparently commanding the, what's that? The Central Front HQ. So Timoshenko is going to be completely responsible for holding Moscow. Super. I'll know how to shoot. when shit goes down. Awesome. Okay. But I've been babbling on for too long on this particular thing. Let's see. Can we turn off the thing, the map? No. Just, yeah. Click on the hex path and see. Okay. Okay. Fine. And then, of course, we have a couple of other buttons here. The history, which is nothing right now, because we haven't done anything yet. And we have surrender, which I'm not going to push. Come on, I'm Soviet Russia. Do not surrender. Never. That's a horrible accent, but we're never going to surrender. Not to these Nazi pig dogs. And then we have the save button and the end your turn button, which we will press at some point in the near future. Alright, so I might be wrong about the whole border regiment thing. So if you want to let me know in the comments how you feel about the border thing, guys, that would be cool. I always had the idea that they were sort of mustard conscripts. Anyway, the rest of our troops are also not very good, so who cares? I don't even know if we have guards units yet. I haven't checked that. We probably do. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. Please leave a like and or comment. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. There's going to be more of this stuff as far as I'm concerned. If Slitherine / Matrix Games allows me to actually play a couple of turns. And hopefully you'll join me for that. See you next time. Bye-bye.